welcome to another Dear Carrie. I say another Dear Carrie, I've not been here for absolutely ages. I feel like that news reporter that the nanny tries to grab the kids out of the room. Come in, come join. I've been absent for quite some time. Sorry about that. I've been finishing a book, I've been handing it in, I've been doing the copy edits, and then when I went in, I was kind of, my brain was frazzled, it was fried, so I had no space left. I had nothing to give. Now I'm rejuvenated. I feel like I've got something to give.
Glad you got the memo about the blue t-shirt.
Oh no! We're both going out as well. This isn't even what we're wearing. We both had showers.
You can't do this.
I think I can do it pretty well, actually. I don't want to do it backwards though, that gives me a double chin that I don't quite like. Yeah, so sorry I've been absent. I've been writing a book, and but it is in, the copy edits have gone off. I'm expecting the page proofs back on Monday. So the page proofs is basically me going through and reading the whole thing for one last time, and just making sure that there aren't any spelling mistakes and that I'm happy with how I've worded everything. It's interesting though, because for me, the mind reads what it wants to see sometimes. So, I mean, sometimes there are things that are like, bloop, bloop, bloop. And so, yeah, but sometimes there aren't. So there are other proofreaders who do it at the same time. That is their, you know, their profession, to be proofreaders. So we will get there. So that's happening next week. And thank you to everyone who has pre-ordered some kind of wonderful. That is amazing. You are amazing. Yeah, just brilliant. What else has been going on? I feel like there's been lots. The podcast. I've got to talk about the podcast. So far, people have heard Emma Willis, Joe Elvin, Frankie Bridge, and Izzy Judd. 4 really different women, 4 very different accounts of motherhood. And just fascinating, actually. It's really interesting how each chat is really, really different, depending on who it's with. For instance, Izzy and I guess it was more of a very heartfelt chat. We'd both gone through fertility issues, and she's gone through IVF, and we've both had miscarriages, and you know, we've had a friendship that's lasted 12 years. It's gonna last longer than that, but you know, so far we're 12 years into our friendship, and so it was amazing to sit down honestly and talk, because yeah, I think it's just interesting, isn't it? We've both written books now, and I think reading each other's books made us kind of go, I didn't know you felt that way, or I wish I'd have known. So I feel like it's important to get that out there, because other people are going through the same stuff, unfortunately. So getting that conversation started, which I know Izzy is really passionate about getting that conversation started, especially when it comes to fertility. And then Frankie was just hilarious. We've been friends for a long time, and through various circumstances we've not seen each other over the last 6 years. We've seen each other twice at events, but there was a time where we were literally inseparable. And so to come together now that we're both married, we've both got 2 boys, and to kind of talk about our experiences, it was just hilarious. It was so good. It literally felt so good to talk, and I feel like the podcast kind of captures that. Jo Elvin is just a lady that I truly admire, and so she's the editor of Glamour magazine, for anyone who doesn't know, and so she's the head of an office, you know, she's in charge of women all the time. So having her kind of say that, you know, going from that to having a baby where you're so out of control, really, the baby dictates a large part, especially a newborn, dictates the whole of your day, that she found it quite overwhelming. I found that really inspiring, because I just think, you know, I think we all live in a world where we kind of feel like everyone else has got their stuff together. So hearing that no one actually has their stuff together and that we're all just winging it is the best thing ever. And then obviously we kicked off with Emma, and she was just brilliant. It's always a delight when we get to sit down for, you know, half an hour or so and just chat without the kids around. We've actually started going on walks. We started going on walks the other day. We did a 2-hour walk. We literally just left the house and walked through the country, and it was absolutely amazing to be outside, to be together, to be just chatting, because I don't feel like we actually get that, which is something that I really miss actually when I'm writing, especially because I have done a lot of writing in the last few years. When I am writing, it is so, you know, all-consuming. It's book and family time. I don't really have a lot of time to see friends, and it is something that I feel like I've really got to address and sort out the balance of next year when I, you know, kickstart again. So the rest of this year really is going to be planning what I'm doing next year so that I can hit the ground running when it comes to January, because obviously I've got the Christmasaurus this year as well, and the trip to Oman. On the trip to Oman, I can't wait. We are literally weeks away now, which feels absolutely ridiculous. I signed up to this like a year ago, and so the fact that it's so close, it makes me very emotional. And yeah, I mean, I've been training for a while now, for a few months, and I've had a few problems with my knees. I've got hypermobility, and so I haven't heard someone explain it as our muscles work in different ways, and it means that our joints actually take a lot of the impact when we do stuff. Like they do a lot of the movement, and so it might look like we're doing something, but really we're not engaging our muscles, which means that you can get lots of pain, and you can cause yourself an injury. So I'm currently seeing a physiotherapist. I had an MRI scan to check everything was okay. There's lots of wear and tear. Like, I can remember I went to the wedding, my friend Charlie's wedding back in April, and after 4 hours of jumping around, I mean, I showed some of it on the vlog, on my channel. What are we calling these things these days? And you know, we literally jumped around like 4-year-olds for 4 hours, and the next day I could hardly walk. And then I think back to like when I did Backbeat 8 years ago, and actually there was lots of dancing in that. And when we had a 2-show day and then went out in the evening and we were jumping around, the next day my knees were quite well and truly awful. I was going to say something else. So I think it's something that I've had, you know, known that I've had knee things for a while. I just thought it was normal. And then doing weighted squats and lunges in preparation for walking uphill and, you know, getting my legs ready. It's just caused it to flare up and to you know, hate me. So I'm just working with a physiotherapist to try and get my legs as they should be. They will be. There's been talk of injections and stuff, so I will be on the trek. Come what may, I will be there, and then after that I'll sort out what's happening with them. I did have a day where I got a bit emotional about it and cried because after the MRI scan, before I got to see my physio again, he was like, so you can't go on a bike and you can't run. I was like, so what can I do? Like, I'm meant to be training for this amazing thing, and anyway, it's all fine now. Me and PMAC are on it. But I better go because Tom tonight is quite randomly performing with Russell Crowe and his amazing band. They are the most amazing bunch of people, and just really, really talented, and I better go and get ready for that. I'm actually meeting Georgia Horsley. Georgia Jones! Gosh, she's not been Horsley for a few years now. Georgia Jones, who has actually got a YouTube channel. So if you want to, I'll put the link on that below as well. So if you want to check out Georgia, she's currently growing a human, and she's very into fitness. I use words for a living. She's into her fitness, and she's preggers, so she's all about doing that in a very healthy way. Yeah, so I better go get ready for seeing Georgia. My literary agent has like a little party, and then I'm going to see Russell Crowe. I'm not going to take my camera with me because that is the kind of vlogger that I am. A discreet one that never has a camera with her. But I'm so sorry that I've not been around. You have been in my thoughts, but quite frankly, anytime I've thought about switching the camera on, it's been, to be honest, I haven't even thought about switching the camera on. I've been rubbish with emails. I've just been with my boys and seeing my friends and family. And that is how it should be. But I'm back and I'm raring to go. As you can probably tell, I'm full of enthusiasm for what's to come. Christmas is to come. Halloween first, but Christmas. Right, I'm off. I'll speak to you later. Love you lots. Bye!
We are here on this very earth to love and to be loved.